quiet.
Yeah, right. It says we're live.
It lies. All right, hang on a sec.
Do your thing.
All right. If you would like to keep the environment somewhat normal, donate here because, damn, it's Texas. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
King Harv's, if you like coffee, and if you don't, I'm sorry. Talk to these guys. Let them know you heard about it here. I'm currently putting together some of their new latest release Peru berries. So
We're waiting.
yes, I'm getting there.
And we do have a special guest today.
Oh, we do.
Dot has deigned to join us. We have survived Christmas.
Yay!
What?
It's a fidget toy that makes coffee. That's
Yeah.
a whole
It's a
lot better
fidget
than
toy
the
that
rest.
makes coffee.
The problem is it makes. It's not made.
I'm
Coffee.
getting there. I'm getting there. Why is everybody laughing?
Yes, he has a spice weasel that he's using for coffee. It's close enough for government work.
Yeah, it might work.
Just go make the damn
I'm
coffee.
getting there.
Wait. If he's going to do this,
Oh.
canister. Grind it and put a whole bunch in there.
Grinders is grinders, yes.
Says he's always grinding about something.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Leading, yeah. A fidget toy that makes coffee leading to more fidgeting. Yes. Hey,
I do
Tom.
not fidget on coffee.
Bullshit.
I don't.
Welcome, Drang. Long time no
Long
see,
time
my
no
friend.
Bubba.
If he comes back with a dip of coffee. Now that's Marines that do that.
We are not in the field and desperate. We have civilization in the form of hot running water, electricity, and coffee pots.
Yes.
Not saying haven't done that when desperate, but we are not desperate today. We are civilized. Allegedly.
It's over here and it's full.
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Use the coffee pot that's sitting there.
I don't like a coffee pot.
You see what I got to deal with here, folks?
And
Then
we
there's
love
cowboy
them for-
coffee with ground up tobacco in the grounds. Yeah. I was wondering why we hadn't seen you, Drang. That makes sense. So you work in the graveyard.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, we have chocolate covered coffee beans at the house. Best use of a mocha pot along with eating supermercado tamales. There was an interesting article in the paper this morning about tamales in El Paso.
All right, I'm intrigued.
The food mart out in El Paso, and this goes back 30, 40 years, was going under.
Mhm.
And a bunch of nuns from Mexico were trying to find somebody that would give them or help them do fundraising to build a new convent.
Mhm.
And apparently they'd gone to LA and they'd gone to Dallas and nobody wanted to help them worth a damn. So they were intrigued by El Paso. So they stopped and were looking for somebody that was willing to talk to them. And apparently they went to see this butcher named Santos. And this was right before he started the food mart. And he suggested that they could put, a TV out, auction the TV. And they tried it and got a few dollars apparently. And it was coming up on Christmas. So they said, well, you're a butcher shop. How about if we make tamales? And they started making tamales. And that made Food Mart a success. And apparently they make 36,000 tamales every December.
Hashtag
Really?
goals.
Yes. And they are only sold in the Food Mart. And apparently there is a limit of 2 dozen per customer. They changed it to 2 dozen per family. And apparently that gets routinely violated when 10 family members from the same family show up and buy 20 dozen tamales.
No, I don't know mi abuela. We're not speaking this week.
Yeah. Oh. All right. What, Mikado, that's great news. Speaking of books,
Yes.
um,
Hello.
and the postman walks in.
Making coffee. How are you doing? You too.
Three Ravens has a new anthology out called Tales of the Apocalypse. And I do have a story in there along with a few other folks. And it was also edited by one of our group, Alyssa Casto. So if you want to read some interesting stories about what happens if, and oh, by the way, the last story in it is by Robert Silverberg.
Oh, outstanding.
Nice.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Yes.
It's amazing what the little presses are getting done, isn't it?
Yes. So anyway, go buy it. Leave us honest reviews, please.
And for those of you who don't know, William Joseph Roberts is Hillbilly over at Three Ravens.
Yeah.
And we are Hillbilly's good people. We are quite proud to be friends of Three Ravens. And we're getting stuff done that big publishers aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, hands move faster than a brain. That's 38,000, Kermit. And apparently that's all the meat and masa flour and the number of hands that they have that can make in a month. And oh, by the way, the nuns got their convent about 10 years ago. So
There we go.
they have obviously made enough. Yeah, Richard, Three Ravens has reprint rights for Silversburg.
Yes, they do.
But if you enjoy tamales, and most of us do, and sadly, we did not have any this year
No.
because we couldn't find the abuelas that were selling them out the back of their car.
Apparently, everyone I talked to sold out just before I got there.
Oh man! So a little note with Hillbilly. He actually was connected up with him, I think, through Tony. To Silver, the Silver Fox, who was like, damn, when he was younger.
Yeah.
But he was very much a West Coaster. I saw him a lot. But Silverberg is enjoying finding the new publishers, and because all his friends are dying.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of people around him anymore, and he's loving the fact that Hillbilly's helping him find a new audience. So,
And I believe this is an original story.
it is an original story. There's a bunch of stuff that that he apparently has just on his shelf. I'm like, damn. But yeah, it's a really great thing that new people are finding Bob's work, because he's
And it's a
He's
terrible,
a
it's a terrible
foundation.
thing that some outlaw small publisher like us.
it's okay. I mean,
No, the big publisher should be all over Robert Silverberg.
well, I mean, he does have big publisher, but
Their loss, our gain.
Yeah.
for us, it's like we get to introduce them to new people
Yeah.
who haven't met one of these foundational authors of science fiction. So
Yeah.
very cool.
Also, Ractor Press, Giant Freaking Robots closes on Friday.
Yeah.
Send us, if you've got stories, send us stories for Giant Freaking Robots, please.
No, we don't know where the coffee grinder came from.
It magically appeared.
Yeah.
So I'm putting my mark on it.
I think it's Cedars. Because I mentioned to both Cedar and Courtney the presence of whole beans and no grinder, and they both mentioned that they would try to get one down here. And I think Cedar won the race.
Well, I'm going to use it.
I
Yes.
like the electric one. Yeah, and it's done.
Well,
That's what I have at home.
but
Yeah.
this is a fidget toy for me. So it actually produces something.
Fidget away.
Send us stories for giant freaking robots. I've got 4 or 5 people on Messenger sent me messages saying, I've got a giant robot story. Are y'all interested? Well, send it right.
Claw hammer and breadboard works too. I've done that.
I am grinding my own right here.
You're still not making any.
Well, it only makes enough for 1 cup at a time. So I would hate to deprive you of coffee, because if I'm making coffee, I'm drinking it. So I need to get more than 1 cup done.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You will see a fight on screen.
Why do I suddenly start thinking phrases like minimum safe blast distance?
Oh, speaking of, yes, Monster Hunter International on Facebook. Did y'all see the onion sack?
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody's dear departed grandfather put his spare dynamite in an onion sack and hung it from a nail on a rafter in what looks like the basement, but might be a barn. And
Is it glistening?
no, it has gone past glistening to crystallization.
Oh.
It's not sweating. It's done sweating. It is done sweating. It is now crystallized. And there's people in comments saying, well, can you? No, you can't.
No.
Nope.
No.
I want to introduce you to 2 terms, MSR and BIP.
Yeah.
MSR being minimum safe radius, and BIP being blow in place.
Yep. Yeah, bye-bye barn or whatever the hell it is. And I noticed this morning we have 498 subscribers.
498?
Yeah.
That's just communist.
Yeah.
2 more people. Just 2 more. What the hell?
I remember when you were having a conniption fit over 100.
Well, I'm embracing the panic. So
Yeah.
what the hell? Embrace the panic.
You know it's lovely weather for EOD and you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. When dynamite sweats, dynamite is a suspension. I don't know if people know this. Dynamite's a suspension.
In sawdust.
Sawdust or diatomaceous earth. What they call Kiesel or something. Diatomaceous earth.
Yeah.
Or sawdust, either one. It's basically nitroglycerin in a suspension. And so when you store dynamite, you're supposed to flip the boxes on a regular interval to keep the nitroglycerin suspended in the
Medium, whatever
in
it may be.
whatever it is. If you leave it, like say an onion sack, it all runs down to one end and starts dripping out. It is nasty. When the liquid, those little glistening pearls appear, it's nasty. When they have been left alone long enough to crystallize, it is way past nasty. We have left nasty in the rearview mirror. We are heading right straight off into fuck Noville.
Yeah. My best friend was EOD over in Texarkana. And many years ago, they got called out to a farm. The appraiser was out there appraising the property because the old man had died. Walked in the barn, and there was this
Shit himself. Shit himself.
wooden case sitting on a bench with something dripping out of it.
Oh,
And he went, "Here," and called law enforcement.
Who went?
And the deputy that responded took one look and called Bill and said, "We need bomb squad now." So Bill went out there with the brand new bomb squad truck and the brand new bomb trailer.
We're fixing to break it in.
Oh, yeah. Backed it in, got into his 70-pound bomb suit, walked in and went, oh, shit. Very, very, very carefully. He said it took him like 20 minutes. Picked it up, step by step by step by step by step to the bomb trailer. Very carefully put it in the bomb trailer. Closed the bomb trailer up. Took his helmet off and told another officer, just drive it out and park it on the road. Said the officer got in and he's easing the truck along. And he got to the road and went to turn onto the road, and the trailer bounced.
No.
And then really bounced.
And then it really bounced. There was, as Bill said this loud, thump. And he watched the trailer go up in the air, bend the steel tow hooks over, and it came down and landed in the bed of the brand new pickup.
Like you do.
And the driver bailed out for obvious reasons.
After rocking to break the seal.
Oh, no, he broke the seal the easy way. Bill said they totaled the truck. They had some quote unquote interesting discussions with the manufacturer of the bomb trailer.
Well, honestly, God, the people that make the bomb trailers, there's only so much that they can do. I mean, after a certain amount of explosive, you can't make a trailer that'll hold it.
No, it didn't destroy the trailer, Kermit. All it did was bounce the trailer and bend the tow rails. And yes, Tom, Bill said they did have to hose out the cab of the truck.
No kidding. First you say it, then you do it.
Yeah.
Like Rita's dad used to say, back up till you hear a breaking glass and smell piddle.
Yeah. Take care, Brennan. Good to see you. Hey, Sarah.
Cedar, is this your coffee grinder that I'm using for a fidget toy? She's on here somewhere.
Now, enough with the fidgeting. We'll make the fucking coffee.
But there's still a couple. There's, oh, it is Cedar's.
Yeah.
It's getting used.
Yeah. Oh, and Nancy sent us a little Christmas present called an assault weapon.
Yeah. The General's hot sauce, it's a veteran-owned business. We like it.
Yeah.
We got the original threesome. The green hot sauce, all the peppers are grown in Louisiana. And I don't know what it is about Louisiana dirt. I really don't. But the green one, which is a jalapeno based, is a nice little green sauce. The red one, which is cayenne based, is a nice little Louisiana hot sauce. We've covered that. The orange one, which is habanero based, no. We finally sent it to Don's dad, who likes nuclear stuff, because a Cajun, a chili head, and me couldn't eat the orange sauce. The stuff was too damn hot.
Yeah, this salt, by the way, is habanero infused. So that's why it's called a salt weapon.
Made by the General's hot sauce. We love them. They're good. We're done. They're good people out of Louisiana.
That damn time.
They're good people in Louisiana, and they're veterans. So we're all in favor of supporting veterans.
Yes, the orange is definitely nuclear.
Yeah, it'll melt the enamel off your teeth.
Among other things. And you will pay for it going in and coming out.
I declined.
Yeah, I noticed. Of course, Dot
proves the distaff side of the species is somewhat smarter than the rest of us.
Yeah. And Dot's tolerance has gotten much better.
Oh, no kidding.
It has.
No kidding. When Dot first got here, she couldn't handle a hatch.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the last time I made chili, she was pounding down hatch without even a second thought. It's great.
Oh, we'll repurpose the jar. We will definitely use it, Nancy. Trust me.
Oh, it'll get used. Don't get me wrong. It'll get used.
Yeah. Valentina's about the sweet spot for your hot sauce, Tom. Yeah.
Valentina's good sauce.
Yeah. You from the Great White North.
I thought ranch dressing was his hot sauce.
Yeah.
I came down from Alaska. My hot sauce tolerance when I came here is what you'd expect from Alaska.
0. Ketchup was hot.
And hot sauce, like these gentlemen, is an acquired taste.
Yeah. Yeah. Sarah, that's the other problem is we get older. The mouth can handle it, but the stomach sometimes can't.
Hush.
OD green sauce, no. I'm not sure what would be in an OD green one. Could probably be Hatch.
Hatch or jalapenos.
Yeah. You know,
Habano's
it's
maybe. Habano's
Serranos?
don't make a decent sauce.
the, you know, we've done the hot sauce test. We probably need to do another one of those.
We've got a shit ton. Somebody sent us a shit ton of
Yeah.
brew, you bastard.
Yeah, salt, pepper, and ketchup are the spices for the maniacs. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. The one of my favorites is curry. And having spent time in the Middle East and Far East, you get different flavors and versions of curry.
Oh, I guess.
The Thai curries tend to be very mild by comparison, mostly because they are they're very sharp
Mm-hmm.
and taken on their own are extremely hot. But they tend to mitigate that with coconut milk.
Yep.
So you will get a Penang curry, for example, is Thai peppers in a coconut sauce base. So it's what I consider very mild.
Of course, your occasion. You're very mild as thermonuclear to other people.
Yeah. Well, I can handle 2 pepper actual Thai food. I cannot go 3 pepper.
Now my introduction to that spice combination was Moroccan food, Northwest
Mhm.
African food.
Mm-hmm.
So Indian food always tastes a little bit off to me because they're similar taste profiles, but not exact. So Indian food tastes just a little bit wrong. Rita loves it. Rita can pound down Indian food like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
It all tastes weird to me. And if I have to make curry, the Japanese have a curry blend called S&B, curry powder called S&B. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm told it's not real curry, but the red can S&B Japanese curry powder is fantastic as far as I'm concerned.
Now you also get the curries out of South Africa, which are a version of the British curries. Then you get the British curries, which are, oh my God, stupid, because the Brits can't cook.
A Cape Malay curry can be sweet and not god awful spicy.
Yeah.
The rest of the South African curries, Peter loves them. If I had wallpaper, it would curl it off the walls, and I refuse to touch it.
Yeah.
But I love him. He's welcome to eat it himself.
Yeah. But if you get the true Indian curries, they are what I would consider mild curries.
That's not bad. Oh, that's not bad.
You need your pickle.
Nope, that's not bad at all. Oh, that's rather nice. Sweet. Thank you, Nancy. That's actually not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Brits conquer the world for spices and then they don't know how to use them. Point.
At one time, the Brits owned every country that produces really good spices,
Yeah.
used none of them.
Yeah. It's called a salt weapon. It's from the General.
The General's hot sauce, it's habanero infused salt.
Oh, try that salt on a margarita.
That's
Ooh.
actually not bad.
Ooh. That could work.
That could be interesting.
Little bitty burn. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
So on the Christmas front, we all survived Christmas.
We all survived.
It was a very quiet Christmas dinner.
It's a very small Christmas dinner. There are only 6 of us because
6 more people did not show up.
Rita was down with her mom in the Metro Mess. Peter's not feeling good. Courtney's with her family up in the north of here. So there was
Freeman and Julie are down in Dallas at the hospital.
So it was Dorothy and Jonna and me and Cedar and the Jims, and it was a damn decent little dinner. It really was.
Yeah. And we were all sitting around afterwards going, "Oh my God, is it over yet?"
This winter has been interesting.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Just because sitting around afterwards felt like the dead dog party for the winter.
Yeah.
Well,
let's hope. We all need a break.
we've had Rita's had medical issues, which are now thankfully resolved. But she spent a couple of months wondering if she needed to make arrangements. That's all resolved. Rita's good. She came to North Texas with 2 little dogs, and one of them passed a couple weeks ago, and the other one got sick last week. So it's been a kind of sucky winter so far.
I got behind on writing because of cataract surgery and the fact I couldn't see for about a month. And I apologize for that because I had told people I'd have a book out. Obviously, I don't have it out. So
I have discovered that extreme stress causes carditis flare-ups.
which you didn't tell anybody about, asshole.
Why worry anybody?
Because we're your friends and
Yeah.
you made us
Nothing.
miss an opportunity to make fun of you.
Well, okay.
Vertigo since Friday. Oh, good, Padre. Hopefully you're not flying anything lately. College
Slap him,
cafeteria lutefisk? No.
No.
I'll take care of that off screen, Mona Lisa. We do not need to show violence on the screen.
Jim. YouTube will shut us down.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa wants Jim to slap me. There's been issues, and we're like Rita said, we're ready for a month with no drama.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we have friends, and thank God for that. And we have family, and the two may not necessarily be the same.
Well, the old Scottish expression, kith and kin.
Yeah.
Kin folks, family. Kith are what you're born with. Kith is what you choose.
Yep.
Thankfully, all my family's doing fairly well, other than my youngest daughter threatening to kill her husband yesterday
Oh, that's normal.
Yeah.
Oh, she's married.
because said husband, as a joke, got said boy, who is 8, a can of fart spray,
Oh my God.
which he delighted in spraying.
Which I'm sure the 8-year-old thought was the perfect Christmas present ever.
Yes.
Oh my God. I have to say, after 6 weeks on the left coast, I was so incredibly happy to come back to Texas. Oh my God.
And for Jonna to say that, that gives you some idea of how little fun she had.
Well, I did have fun, but it was like knowing I could leave was the best part.
Yeah. And the cost of gasoline going down $3 a gallon when you get out of California.
Yeah. Crossing the border. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I don't understand. I don't understand the left coast. I really don't. They've voted themselves into a great deal of pain, and instead of hitching up their trousers and fixing what they voted for, they're fleeing.
It's all fear-based.
They
Terrified.
they crapped in their bed, and instead of fixing it, they're leaving.
Yeah.
And they're coming here.
Have you ever met a liberal that wasn't at some level allergic to responsibility?
Oh, they all are.
Because they could stay that they could vote in people. They could vote in people to fix their screw ups. and I'm putting it directly on the people of the state of California. They voted for the idiots that passed the laws. They could have voted for non-idiots to fix the laws that passed that are causing the issues.
Which my daughters did, and they still cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom. When the medicine bottle says "do not imbibe alcohol," they do mean that. Yes, there are reasons.
Jim and I lost a friend at the sheriff's office who he
Yeah.
had a autoimmune disease that hit his liver, and he got a nasty case of the flu, and he drank over double the recommended. He was waking up drinking Theraflu and passing out again.
Yep.
And then he was waking up 30 minutes later, thinking it was 4 hours later, drinking another thing of Theraflu, which has Tylenol in it.
Yeah.
And he had a compromised liver anyway, and
He killed himself.
not on purpose, but he did the deed.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
add more fire to it. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. It's not bad.
Yes, we know. So we're all wishing for a better 2024 for everybody.
Would be nice.
And we will have another North Texas Troublemakers supper on
I
a
can
Saturday
hear the
in
magic
January.
The magic noise and happiness.
Yeah. I've got to remember what the date is on that. I'll publish that. And we're also putting the planning together for FoolsCon 5.
I
Why,
remember
Doc?
when you swore that you would be a fool to do it again.
Yes.
Fools gone 5. We only had 3 of them.
Huh?
We only had 3 of
You need to learn how to count. boy.
them. I don't count anything from 2020 to 2023.
We're not going to go 3 times weekly.
Oh, speaking of, I'm sorry that I didn't get a poetry reading up this Sunday like I normally do, but I was busy taking care of a puppy.
Well, real life tends to intrude.
Yep.
And Dot has been promoted again.
Yeah.
That's what you get for being competent.
Yep.
So I will
Reward
have
for a job well done.
Yeah, more work.
more work. I probably Thursday I'll get up I'll get up a poem. Edgar Guest is the one we're doing next. And after that, the Song of the Centurion by Kipling, which is an older, it's Kipling. And it's one of his more obscure poems, and it's damned hard to read.
Yeah.
I had to memorize it a long time ago. And it's easy to read, but hard to read. It's a good poem. It's a very much a veteran's poem, and I'll get it done next week. I'm just having to practice. What? Lee Christmas Miracle. The we pulled the trigger on he was dead when I got there, assuming that the Amazon elves would do us dirty.
Yeah.
And it'd be up Thursday or Friday. Well, apparently the Amazon elves had sorted the good stuff, so they went ahead and let it go. So the man was dead when I got, or he was dead when I got there is live. It went live on Christmas.
Yep.
Minor Christmas miracle there. And it's #1 in travel, which is okay. I'll take an orange tag, the orange tag of greatness.
Yeah.
Also, if y'all will tag Cedar, of the top 100 science fiction covers on Amazon right now, 11 of them have Cedar Sanderson covers.
Yep. That is outstanding.
11 of them. Of course, 7 of them are ours. Yeah, we've got 7 anthologies in the top 100. Sarah Hoyt, bless her heart, insta launched us on Space Cowboys 404, which shot it up to #2. But boy, those instant launches are something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Raconteur Press has 7 of the top 100 science fiction anthologies.
Yeah, Drang. Sons of Martha. Laura writes some interesting stuff. And the Sons of Martha is one that was only going to be a trilogy. So, however, it has grown a little beyond that.
I love the one-offs that we're doing. We're going to do one Space Cowboys,
Yeah.
Space Cowboys 404 later.
Yeah. Yes, Sarah does enjoy doing that to us, and it is greatly appreciated.
Oh, God, yes.
We do not have the reader base, fan base that Sarah or Larry has, but they do help us out. They are friends, and it does have a major impact. And the backstories,
Would you like coffee, dear?
the
If
mother
you've
got to
got
me.
spare, but
Oh, we have plenty.
okay.
I said, the mother got to me. Yeah, Cedar's working on a cover for giant freaking robots.
Yes. I wish I could show you all the covers because, oh my God.
Yeah, I drank. Kipling's poem also, The Sons of Martha. But it just struck me because of Laurel's writing in that series. And I've been reading those since she put the first one out.
She does good work.
She does, but she's for some reason got an imposter syndrome about that series. And I don't know why.
Nobody around here knows what imposter syndrome's like.
But the potato chip style of anthologies, you can't release just one. Yeah. Yes, Laura is a lawyer, space lawyer, as a matter of fact. And that is actually a job title, and she does very well at that.
And she's delightful.
She
Huh?
is.
She's wonderful.
Yeah. And she's just this nice, polite little thing that you wouldn't.
Donna, coffee?
She has the most quiet, sneaky little sense of humor, which is awesome.
Yes. Oh, that's good coffee. Thank you. Took you long enough.
And did you see that Amazon also finally released the print version of One October Night?
Yay.
Yeah, Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So Sam, Rob, and Cedar.
Outstanding.
Yes, they did.
Hmm.
Back it off.
Lay, I don't know.
Um,
I'm not in the middle of the Raconteur Press in and out. So
Jim and I get to be the peanut gallery
Yeah.
for Raconteur Press.
she's wondering if any decisions are made on last postcard anthology. And Cedar says, yes, I'm working on layout now.
there you go.
And it's never been a pain in the ass, Lay.
No. So Cedar did a story prompt. Was it October, Cedar? Every day she put up an image.
Yeah.
And Sam Robb, right,
Yep.
Mhm.
wrote a story for every one of them. 31 days in October. And really good. The Amazon elves deigned to let that one go live on Christmas too, so y'all should check it out.
Grand Lagoon Gallery. Jesse, you know you can always send us stuff and we'll read it. I don't know who ghosted you, but that's just being an asshole.
What?
What?
He sent story out and 5 of 5 alphas ghosted him on it.
Oh.
So anyway, if you want us to read something, send it.
Not to me. I'm way too busy. I've got 2 or 3 folks that sent me stuff I haven't gotten around to because every time I open up a document to read it, something else jump. A dog gets kidney disease.
Send it to me. I'll read it. Hell,
Yeah.
I read for enough people.
I've got two or three files that I told people I'd read. I am so sorry. I really am. But cancer, kidney disease, pericarditis.
Yeah.
I vouch for Jim's awesomeness as a beta reader.
Yeah.
We will be at MarsCon. Rita is probably not going to be able to make it. She's going to be at home taking care of Chewy. But I probably will be there because intern Steve, we need to meet him in the paint. Also, we have a bunch of our authors, more than we used to, up in that area that we actually need to smile at them and shake their hands.
And Kermit wants to know when your next book's coming out, Dot.
Yes.
I'm 30,000 words into it. So
Okay, that's better.
I don't know, but I'm working on it.
Considering she hauled off and invented a genre, she needs to write more.
Yeah.
I've got 5 works that are not currently in progress because Courtney, bless her. Okay, partially my fault. When Mona Lisa started talking about Space Regency, I went, I've never been that fond of Regency, but in space? So I poked Courtney and I said, okay, hand me a couple of titles that you think fit the genre, and I'll see at least what's going on with this. And then after the first book, which I wish it had been in print, not ebook, so that I could thrown it through the sheetrock and then repair the sheetrock, and started ranting at her, she giggled at me in her little half-feral, sprightly way and said, well, are you going to write one to fix it? And then dared me to do so. And
corsets
jumped me
in
into a
space. Lee, Chewy is early stages of kidney disease. We're still trying to figure out his course of treatment. This morning we finally got him. He's been 36 hours without eating. We finally got him to eat this morning. Friend of ours, thank you. Friend of ours is a vet tech, Cat Hell. We ping Cat Hell, and she pings back and said baby food. So I went and bought some beef baby food, and he pounded that down like it was his last. No, I didn't go there. He pounded it down. It was great. So we found something he'll eat, and if we can get him out of the weak stage, he'll have to do fluid boluses on a regular basis. The vet we're taking him to said anywhere they've got some patients come in weekly, some come in monthly. It's all going to depend. So we're trying to figure out how things. And he's a stubborn little ass, so he's not making it easy for us to figure out, where we are, how we need to proceed.
You mean like pet-like owner?
Yeah.
Hush.
Yeah, Mona Lisa and Courtney and Cedar and Dot kind of started the whole Regency in space question thing.
I don't think this one's going to fall into Regency
Courtney.
in space. Regency has romance tropes.
Yeah.
This one decided
Oh, your story?
about 7,000 words in, it was going to start taking target lock on every romance trope and blowing it the hell up and proceeding full speed to military thriller. So
Courtney's really looking. She is thrilled about the Space Regency. That's all in her wheelhouse, and I don't know a thing about Space Regency other than corsets, which I'm probably wrong there. So I'm gonna let the ladies, Courtney and the ladies, handle that. I'm just going to say and sign the checkbook.
Well, and John Van Stryes also
Of
got
course.
brought into that because of his latest novel. Effectively is pretty much a space regency.
well, he gets to have all the fun of doing all the military and going, so it's set in a Regency in space. It just doesn't happen to have anything you'd expect from a Regency.
Yeah.
Except space.
So
The one era that didn't have corsets. Well,
shows how much I know.
but space armor is just like a corset.
If I can't blow it up or stab it or shoot it, I can't write it. Everything I write, somebody winds up getting offed.
Kermit says you don't need to wear a corset, Ian.
Good, because it ain't happening. Yeah, that's a Courtney thing. So
Do I look like I can throw any stones? I-
I've seen you in a corset.
Yes, but you didn't get chewed out by Alma for a good 15 minutes for writing and throwing at her as a beta reader a really good scene about blowing up the mall right before she had to get shanghaied by her family into going to a mall to buy presents.
Uh,
That nearly had the same layout.
The last female space armor I'm writing. I'm doing 10 stories in an anthology called Uplifted Tales, TALES, about the fluffy space cow Yeet Marines. And I had 10 stories. Now I have 9 because one of them decided to turn into a novel.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that from an author, I could retire tomorrow.
And Mona Lisa, my little sister, is to blame for that one because I was writing a story about orbit to ground. It's military sci-fi, so I was writing a short story about orbit to ground strategy and tactics in the 23rd century, and I had this uplifted Maine Coon assault ship pilot named her Mona Lisa because why the hell not? And I started writing this. There was a Facebook thing going around. This picture of this absolutely regal Maine Coon looked like a little lion, absolutely regal. It's like, well, Mona Lisa, all right. So
Yeah.
I started writing that, and I pinged her on it, and she said, "Well, the spacesuit needs to be skin tight." So I said, "What the hell?" So I started researching it, and that's actually pretty much dead on.
yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
So, and that one's turning into just writing. It's turning into a friggin' novel.
What people don't realize about space is all those spacesuits are actually custom tailored to the individual. And once they get tailored, the individual has to remain at the same weight,
Yep.
Well,
which
this
for
is,
women is real interesting.
well, it's actually the undersuit. She the assault pilots, well, all fighter pilots, assault pilots wear. It's basically a set of it's like thermal underwear. It's actually under their uniform.
Mm.
But it's Mona Lisa. What the hell? Here we go.
It's itchy and scratchy.
And she's got fur. And then our pilot has fur.
Yeah.
And the Maine Coons, the majority of this
Yeah, a lot
flight,
of fur.
majority of this flight are uplifted Maine Coons, because if you take the Grumman Fairchild SA-42 Vampire and put an uplifted felinoid pilot, it's just holy shit. And they are raining hell on this on these Pharaoh's Legionnaires, and they don't realize that the Star Legion has a very much not Space Marines. Thank you, Warhammer. The Star Legion has developed a sneaky for getting around it, and I started writing the sneaky. Tom Rogdemy is also in it, by the way.
Yeah.
Did because basically the SA-42 Vampire, it's got, the reason why it's called the Vampire, it's got twin chin turrets, look like fangs, and basically it was originally put there to give the pilot something to do, and then they found out the felinoid reflexes and instincts it made, because it's basically it's a drone carrier. What the SA-42 does, it gets in and drops hunter killer and various types of drones. It's got multiple weapons bays, and it basically drops drones. The Mona Lisa character doesn't like the drones, so she's merrily going through using the chin guns, and the rest of the flight gets attacked through the drone sensors, and she doesn't get wiped out because she's not using her drones. So
Tom's Rogdeby's Raiders. Remember to pillage first. Yes.
there is this very nebbish very bookish, uplifted Highland coup, and there's the scene that I wrote that it became Tom was he was this Highland cow.
You're gonna take my fucking character away from me, asshole.
Oh no!
God damn.
Was it's very much a bookish Reacher type character, but to be intimidating, he has to lift the fringe out to stare at people because he's got this vicious stare that nobody can see behind the fringe of fur.
As opposed to Tom's smile that nobody can see behind the coffee cup.
Well, remembering the uplifted bison and the uplifted Highland cows have fangs. They've got canines because in order to uplift herbivores, you have to make it omnivorous.
Yep.
Mhm.
So they do have every one of the uplifteds got canines.
Yep.
Like the sheepdog in Looney. Yes, exactly. And Jim's riding a Highland cow sniper character. And I have this mental image of this cow behind the rifle going, bam, bam, fuck, bam.
It's actually in the story. I'm still waiting for you to fill in the rest of it so I can finish writing it.
You'll get there. I'm working on it.
I do have him in one point hiding in the ditch and tripping the sergeant major with his gun barrel as they walk by in route formation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Question: was that lifted wholesale from No Shit There I Was?
I know nothing.
So the 10 stories, and I've got the 10 stories all storyboarded out. I'm having to write them as I go along. And then they went to 9 because the 10th one with Mona Lisa and Tom Roggenby turned into it turned basically Space Storm Rising.
Yeah.
It's basically Red Storm Rising, but it's a brief collage of a war between the Terran Space Force and the Star Legion. And the Star Legion is not, I say again, not based on Warhammer 40K.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
No, you might have asked Maggie Hogarth about that term.
Yeah, I went over 32K last night on my novella.
I'm sorry, she laughed. Never mind.
Shut up, John.
I'm still trying to figure out what the uplifted canine, what breed. I was thinking Malinois, but that's a little
Maligator would be perfect.
uplifted Maligators.
That are calm.
Yeah.
That would be weird for anybody that knows a Maligator.
No, that's not weird. That's scary because when a Maligator is enthusiastically calm,
Yeah.
things are about to go very, very rodeo.
Yes.
There are 6 uplifted lines that breed true. And then there's what's referred to as one-offs. And the one-offs are created outside of Terran space in labs for basically slave labor. And they're because uplifted have some very significant rights inside Terran space. They're basically humans.
Yeah.
As the aliens say, there's 7 breeds of humans. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you different. And after the incident, there was an incident at Los Alamos with uplifted squirrels. And after that, in Terran space, you'll have the 6 breeds only, and anything outside is not to be done because apparently uplifted squirrels are psychotic rage machines.
We already know about the Rodent Liberation Force. We do not need to have them recreated again.
Yes, Lay. I actually know a calm Maligator, and that is one scary dog. And yes, he is a law enforcement dog, but he is perfectly calm
So it's uplifted dogs
until he gets turned loose.
Yep.
And then he goes full Maligator.
Maligators, probably Maligators, but I don't know yet. Uplifted cats, which would be Maine Coons, uplifted red foxes, uplifted river otters.
Yeah.
Because somebody wanted to draw Mike Massa on the cover of a book. So Uplifted River Otters fell in there, and then the
Coos.
the bison, which are the fluffy cow space marines, the namesake of the whole series, and because of Jim, Uplifted Highland Cows, and that's it.
Yay! I'll take credit for that one.
And there's one-offs outside of Terran space. But they have to be, the Terrans get really, really twitchy about that.
So we are working on stuff. Brutus and Pixie.
I love Bruce and Pixie.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yes. Brutus and Pixie. There are some fantastic cartoons out there.
Oh, there are.
Yep.
G Prime, although he didn't draw enough. Eric DeSantis. Eric's cartoons are just flat strange. He kind of took over, my opinion, from a number of the strange, weird, unusual cartoonists back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And, we occasionally see cartoons popping back up, Bloom and some of the others.
Art by Carla is fun.
Yeah.
I am a little off because I really like Ogluf.
The Far Side, yeah.
Ogluf is never work safe. I don't care.
No.
Ogluf is never work safe.
The Whiteboard by Doc Nickel.
That's
Yes.
Whiteboard's good too.
Can you believe that's been running for 20 years?
Yeah.
But
And Chris Muir with
Day by day.
Day by Day.
Day by Day.
And
I've supported Chris for damn near
He was
20
one
years.
of my earliest readers and supporters on the Law Dog Files.
Yeah.
Free Fall, still going.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah. So there are good cartoons out there. And, the one that amazes me is that Charles Schulz, Peanuts,
Oh yeah.
is still the top cartoon in the world.
Well, he wrote stuff that was everybody could relate to.
Yeah, RK. Chris is dead on the money for a lot of that. And he supports us.
He occasionally gets not safe for work.
Yeah. Dark Side of the Horse. Quantum Vibe, yeah.
Quantum Vibe's one where you start about 3 months back to get the current strip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good.
Doc, yeah, Carlton, you're right. Doc's been getting stranger the last year or so. The ones that I miss, Dilbert.
Dilbert got
That one's bullshit.
What they're doing to Scott Adams is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scott is a brilliant individual.
He is. He's
Gary
brilliant.
Hahn. Yeah.
He's not really. He's not as smart as he thinks he is. None of us are. But he's smart enough, often enough.
Yeah.
And he nails corporate atmosphere dead on the freaking money.
Yeah. Jeff Bacon was another one. Jeff did Navy cartoons for years. What a lot of people didn't realize is Jeff was active duty Navy.
Oh.
And he was actually a lieutenant when he first started drawing them, and he was an oceanographer.
Alpha Gators and Terminal Lance.
Yep.
Alpha Gators. Holy gods.
So Jeff worked hard to not let people know
Yeah, had to.
his real background until he got outed by an admiral when he made commander.
If anybody knows Warhamster, tell her to get off of TikTok.
Yeah.
I love Warhamster stuff, but I refuse to download TikTok to watch it. She got outed. For those who don't know, Warhamster, it's Warhamster _06 on TikTok. She's an Army medic.
Yeah.
She is a wholesome Army medic. A little weird.
There's got to be one out there to be the exception.
And she's
Mike.
She
He
is
was Terminal Lance's first sergeant. Not sure what that says about my leadership. Oh, not going there.
our major. We need to have a talk. But
Well, I still think Tom was involved in 200 things Skippy can't do in the
all
military.
right, right.
Just because we look at Tom, we look at the list and we go, how many bottles of good vodka is it going to take for you to start confessing?
But War Hamster, she does these little skits, and it's like Special Forces at sick call, or Special Forces range day. She gives the Coast Guard fits. Not as bad as the Space Force. She does not like Space Force, but she calls the Coast Guard her little sea puppies.
Yeah.
And what's funny as hell is I got one off. I got to watch one of her videos. It was it had been ripped to a different platform. It wasn't TikTok. And she was talking about range day, and there's something that the Coast Guard shot the Air Force's target. And in the comments, she put an apology. She said, she realized she always dings on the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
She hopes it doesn't bother them. And then a commenter, USCG E9-RET, said, "Uppies."
Yeah, Mike, I would say you were pretty damn good if you went all the way from Terminal Lance to Dakota Meyer. That's
that sounds like pretty much every group I've had. You've had the rock, you've had the box of rocks, and you've had the outstanding guy.
Yeah.
And everybody else is somewhere in between.
Yeah. Padre, I think I went to AIT with Skippy, and Drag's going, I was not Skippy's PSG. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, right, Drag. You and I have had that conversation offline.
I'm pretty sure some of the stuff I did wound up on Skippy's list.
Given my first introduction to Red Bull and vodka shots was via a squad of hyper drunken Marines loose in downtown Anchorage.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Skippy is cross service.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Skippy was about Meyer, and this op was. We had a couple of people who acted like him in my class. Yeah.
Skippy's your classic E4.
Yeah.
Or 04 if you happen to be military. Don't tell me any different. I know better. 04s are the commissioned equivalent of E4s. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
do not let a bunch of 04s anywhere near anything that you need to keep.
Oh, fuck no. And do not let them fly at night either.
And an 05 that knows that he's not going to be getting any higher is a Terminal Lance on a different level.
One of my cohort from OCS made all the way to commander, got his command, turned over command, and retired that afternoon. Much to the admiral's dismay, because the admiral told him point blank, he said, Jerry, I wanted you to make captain so I could give you the squadron. And Jerry looked at him and went, sir, thank you, but fuck you, I'm done. He went back to school, got his PhD, had 3 more kids. Gee, amazing how that works out. And now is the Navy's expert in a particular program. And he is soon to be an SCS, God willing, and the creek don't rise, and well-deserved.
We had a Mustang 04, Major Henderson. Major Henderson had been, he had had an interesting enlisted career before he went to OCS.
Yeah.
And he was an S something, S4, S1, one of the, what frankly I consider immaterial S groups. S2 and S3 are important ones, S1, S4, and I think he was S4. And I remember Colonel Avila coming out and giving addressing everybody, and going, where the fuck is that major? And he was off doing something with an M3 Bradley that they're not supposed to be able to do.
That was the advantage that I had being in special mission stuff. both enlisted and officer, and coming back to the same squadron I had just left as an officer,
Major Henderson was something else.
which is not supposed to happen.
Nope.
And then getting a 4-year tour in the squadron, which wasn't supposed to happen.
Gold oak leaf, hands in pockets, and an outer reg mustache. It's like,
But that allowed us to get away with shit because we would do one airplane, one crew deaths.
Mhm.
And my crew was a bunch of malcontents and misfits.
My shocked
I was
face.
gonna say there's a shock face all over that one.
And my maintenance team was the same way.
I remember walking to the motor pool to draw my M3, and it wasn't where I parked it. It wasn't there. Someone, the motor chief, said, "Hey, where's my Bradley?" He went, "Oh, Major Henderson's got it." It came back dented.
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
He was driving it. He said he'd been everything on a Bradley, and he could, by God, drive it. He showed me his military driver's license. I can drive it. I told him, "Sir, pick somebody else's Bradley. Nobody else's has the coffee maker in it." Son of a bitch.
Well, Kermit, I'm proud to say that 5 of my guys, 5 of them, all ended up getting commissioned out of the ranks.
You know how hard it is to dent a Bradley?
Yeah. You know how hard it is to dent a P3?
I think he high centered it one time. The major, I think he took it out and he was skidding it, and he managed to high center a M3. To this day, I don't know how.
No, Jim, the question is not how hard is it to dent a P3. The question for you is how hard is it to dent the P3 in that way, in that time?
I know nothing. I wasn't there. There's no fucking picture. Yeah, Padre, sometimes you do get the word directly that you are going to do something. Yeah.
You mean like when I tried to avoid being a supervisor of anybody ever again and mentoring got written into my job description?
Yeah.
That's like watching your M3 Bradley going sideways on a caliche gravel road at Fort Hood and hearing giggling coming out of the hatch. Fucking Major Henderson's got my M3 again.
One of the guys in Tom's squad got an M577 airborne. That was a long day.
Wow. Yeah. All right, then. I will say one thing, that after he got done joy riding my M3, he PMCS'd it, so he wasn't all bad.
But the thing about my maintenance folks was that I had one chief who was fantastic because he didn't give a shit.
Yep.
You know, it was fix the fucking airplane, period. And we actually did an engine change in Iceland with an E4 jet engine mechanic leading the engine change. And the entire crew pitched in, including me driving a forklift, hanging an engine, stabbing an engine, because I had a forklift license from when I was enlisted.
Yep.
Because the squadron that was based there was too busy to help us. We did an engine change, test flew the airplane 12 hours later. Meanwhile, the female AMS metalsmith that was on the maintenance deck was patching the holes in the airplane. While the master chief, who had been sitting in the back and ended up with a piece of turbine in his lap, decided it was time for him to go back and be the squadron master chief and let somebody else sit in that seat.
Don't blame him. Don't blame him.
We threw a track one time, and for those of you who have ever driven or have not driven tracked vehicles, the nightmare of your track commanders throwing track. You break track, and it's a pain in the ass. And we threw track one time, and I had to scoot over the talk because the SINGAR systems was out of sequence again. And somebody had to go tell talk that we were non-combat. And I came back, and you came running back because you had to help your guys. Especially if you're on M3, your crew's not that big, and changing track is an all hands on deck. So I came back at a dead run, and I noticed that the legs sticking out from under the track that were on the inside, working on the inside, were Cochrane jump boots that were spit shined and had the beads from dog tag chain in the holes on the cap. So they're very nice and shiny. It's like none of my people gave a shit enough to A, spit shine their boots,
Yeah.
or B, do anything special to them. Yep, Major Henderson was under there.
Well, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. My father has occasionally allowed to interesting stories of repurposing and transporting things in Germany because as a captain and then a major, he had plenty of ability to drive a deuce and a half from when he was enlisted and other things.
Well, your dad and I have had some interesting conversations. Well, folks, we've wasted another hour and 10 minutes of your time.
Holy crap.
Uh,
That's what happens when you get to tell the stories.
thank you all for joining us. Please go up buy our books
Yes, please.
and
Also, hit the like button. And go put your friends and family in arm bars and get us up to 500 because
Yeah.
498 is going to drive me nuts.
and Mike Burke does have a story in the latest book that's out, and it's a damn good one.
Sorry, Major Burke's good, folks.
For somebody that says, quote, quote, I can't write for shit. Wrong answer, Bacon Breath.
Also, crayon breath, please.
Yeah.
Also, he's got a Substack that
Yeah.
he needs to put the address in here. Y'all need to pop by on
Put it North Texas Troublemakers.
Mike Burke's Substack. Get him some readers.
Marked down to 498 from 500. Yeah, I thought we had 500 yesterday, but we lost 2. So,
Raptor says we hit 500 some point during the stream.
yeah. Oh. Well, thank you to whoever you were. We've been doing this for over
3
years.
years,
3 years now.
We Jim and I started separately in 2020, trying to cheer people up during the whole COVID idiocy.
Yeah.
And then it got, we were doing separate ones. Like what? And Jim said, come on over. So I was going over to Jim's house. That's how this started, was basically off of Facebook. We were doing Facebook Live from Jim's house.
Yeah.
And Facebook got stupid with us. And we moved to this. I'm not sure. This is much better.
Granddaughter, granddaughter, grandson, and 2 dogs. And apparently it took a half an hour to get that picture.
So yeah, we actually started this separately in 2020, and we've been going out. Mine was my pajamaed legs or Chewy, and I was reading my stories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I was using a laptop, a Surface tablet.
Yeah.
And I was still very,
Kept
very.
me from losing my mind while I was making 10,000 useless masks trapped in a room in a mental hospital.
Anyway, folks, we do appreciate y'all
Y'all
watching.
be safe.
And, y'all have helped us as much as we've helped y'all.
Oh, also, if you happen to be in the Quantico area, check the local hospital, see if Frank's checked himself in,
Yeah.
because he hasn't goobered the stream once this time. So Frank may be in the hospital.
If
But
not, thank you for the Christmas present, Frank.
But y'all be safe. Enjoy the week. For a lot of folks, it's a week off. And, we'll do our best to continue to do this. Frank's in the basement enjoying the bourbon. Damn, Tom, you're letting him have the good stuff?
Or there's been an intervention.
Yeah, one or the other.
Entire FBI command staff just showed up and said, Frank, we got to talk.
Yeah.
He spent a year with us. The guy needs a break.
Yeah.
He's gotten his reward. He's in the basement drunk.
RK says, I'm retired. I never get a week off. Bullshit, lady.
You gotta try running your own publishing business.
Yeah.
We got to go. I got to go check on my dog.
All right. Y'all be safe. Remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty
Be
stuff.
safe, guys. All right.
Bye-bye. Food.